every single day.
Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. It's your girl Toyo C on Abhxamrezy. I know I've been out of it. Yes, I know. Long story, I'm not going to bore you with it, but I'm back now. And we don't know who I am. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Toyo C on Abhxamrezy. This is a little space I created for myself where I share all things skincare, makeup, or whatever is going on my mind as of that time. So today is going to be one of those videos where I have a little chit chat. I sit down and have a little chit chat with you guys as I get my makeup done. And today, the star of today's video is is the Abhxamrezy palette. This was launched I think about 2 weeks ago, and everybody and their mama have been talking about this palette and creating looks about this palette on this palette. So I wanted to do the same. As a Nigerian girl, I can't come and carry last. So if you want to see how I created today's look, just continue to watch and let's chat. Let's have a conversation at the end of the video. Okay guys? Mwah! So guys, let's get started. As you can see, I've already primed my face, done my brows. I've also put my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Grwm. Okay, like I said, the star of today's video will be the ABH limited edition Amrezy palette, and this shade, from what I can see, is the nice mixture of metallics and shimmer and matte shades to create all the looks that you would like. So it says, this is what the palette looks like. It says here, from classic nudes to playful rosy tones and seductive smoky eyes, from matte and metallics to our most insanely pigmented glitter finish shade. This limited edition palette features 16 all new, all Amrezy shades, so you can achieve everything from a go-to daytime to ultra glamorous look. And if you guys know anything about Amrezy, this is so like her. What I've noticed from all the ABH collaborations, all of those palettes are representations of who those influencers are. From if you saw Jackie's palette was filled with lots of nice playful shades that work predominantly more on women of color. For the Carrie by Belle palette, that was so her, with the nice understated pinks, the nudes, the warm tones. The Alicia Edward palette, that was so Alicia, colorful, vibrant, bold, out there. And this is so Amra. This is so Amrezy. She's very fabulous, very glittery, very in your face. So this is very Amrezy. So let's get started with today's look, and I'm going to just continue to chat, and I will be chatting with you as we go ahead. Okay, so to begin with, I'll be using the shade Semsa. That is this shade here, this one here, to act as to begin to build up the look to build up today's look. Okay, and they said, from what it said on the website, less is more. I'm just going to be taking that into my crease and build that as I go. Taking the shade OG, I'm just putting that, building that right on top of where I put the shade Semsa. So I want to build this look as I go. I will start with the shade Reezy, that is this purple shade here, and put that on the outside, starting from the outer corner. Then take the shade Cupcake, which is another shimmer shade, put that in the middle, and take the shade Barb and put that here. You'll just build the series as I go. So let's first start with the shade Reezy, and it says, for color payoff, you have to wet the brush. So I'm going to take my Olay Mist, put that over there, and second shade, the shade Cupcake, this is so soft. The palette is so soft. I'm picking up these colors nicely, and you can see I'm blending it into the Amrezy shade. And that's the thing I like about ABH, about their formula. It is so soft. The palettes are so soft. It's easier to pick up the colors as you go along. Going back with my fluffy brush and tidying, I'm adding the shade Semsa to the outer corner, and to also deepen the crease and tidy all that glitter part out. Just tidy all that out, smoke it out, as you can see. Okay guys, I just lined my waterline and my top line, so right now I'm just going to go put on my lashes and come back with the rest of the video, and we can get into the chit chat of today. Okay guys, lashes are in, and I know I know I've never used lashes like this before. I always go for the natural looking ones, but I just decided that in the spirit of Amrezy, we're going to go with a very dramatic eye lashes. So yeah, so these are the lashes we're going to be using today. How do I look? I hope I don't look too crazy, but so far I think I'm liking it so far. I'm sure when I put on my foundation and everything in there, I won't feel like look like a crazy person. But anyhow, let's get started. For today we're going to be using our Pat McGrath Labs foundation. Once again, at my local Ulta and my Sephora, they do not have my shade of the ABH foundation. I don't know what exactly it is, but eventually I will get it. I wanted to order it online, but I want to see, I always like to shade match to my neck and to my chest. That's why I'm happy. I'm kind of scared ordering it, but anywho, so let's get started. I'm going to be using the Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder. I think this is the shade. This is the original shade. I'm just going to use that to set my under eye concealer. We're not baking. Thank you, Robert Walsh. We're not baking. To set my entire face, I'm going to use the Fenty Pro Filter Setting Powder in the shade Nutmeg. For my highlighter, we're going to be using the ABH loose highlighter in the shade Sunset R. Guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? You guys already know how I feel about ABH, especially their formula. Be nice palette, be a fantastic addition to my ABH collection. Mono Renaissance, to the Jackie Aina palette, the Alicia Edwards, Rivera, Novena, Sultry. Oh my god. So yeah, thank you so much for this palette. So to my thoughts for today, guys, as you guys know, I'm a mother of a 5+ little girl, and she's now at this age where she's coming into herself now. She's asking tons of questions, especially questions that have to do with her parents, and this was the time that I was sort of scared for, because one thing that I didn't want her to have to feel that she was different, that there was something wrong with her. I didn't want her to feel less than. And as of late we've been having those conversations, because when we started having those conversations, when she would ask me questions like why can't she, especially when it was time to get a different hairdo, why she asked to have a ponytail, that why is her hair different from Jessica in her class, why she can't have an Elsa braid. And when I consulted some of my friends who have little girls, I read articles, read blogs, chatted with my sisters who have little girls, and the common denominator that was shared amongst all these forums was that always reinforce the positive and negate the negative. Not to get too religious, but there's power in the tongue, and also with what the mind believes the body can achieve. Always have what they shared with me was speak her magnificence into her, especially as a young Nigerian African American little girl. Have her understand that she's important. Have her know that she is beautiful, that she's beautiful just the way that she is. I think I shared with you guys, I think last year on our way to school, one thing I started doing was going over affirmations with her, especially now that she's in kindergarten, she's in a different environment. I always say to her every single morning as we get out of the cars, we're walking into her class, you are special, you are beautiful, you are kind, you are smart, you are intelligent, and you are going to be great. We say that every single morning, and the confidence that I see in her, our eyes light up, and how our disposition changes every single morning that we have this every single morning that we go over those words. There is nothing like it. But even as we go over those words, I also want us to know that just because she has a different hair texture or different skin tone than her peers, there is nothing that doesn't make her less than. I say all this to say that we as mothers, we also need to not let our own insecurities and our own issues that we've had, traumas from the past, to make us, to scare us not to have these conversations with our little girls. And I know that she might not really understand the things that I'm saying now, but I know that as she grows older, the more I keep on reinforcing the positives and speaking her majesty into her, especially with her dad and her grandmas and everyone, or people, her village, the people who help us in raising her, so far as we all help her and reinforce these things, so I know she's going to grow up to be a fantastic little girl. Also, when we talk about representation in media and in other forums, it's very important for little girls to see themselves in the media that they consume. I made a conscious effort this year was to ensure that as she's consuming other forms of media, she gets to see people who look like her. And I thank God for and I'm happy that as much as she watches the Elsas and the Ariels and the Jasmines, she has a Tiana. She can watch a Tiana. And I got this, and there's some books as well that you can also get from your local libraries or Amazon that also reinforce this positive representation for our little girls. I've been reading books such as I Am Enough by Grace Beers. You guys know her from Google Kitty, from from Empire, as well as Lupita Nyong'o's book called Sewell Way. These books are magic as well. It's important that our little girls read books like this. I'm hoping to find also Nigerian authors for little girls, for children, especially little girls. I'm hoping I can find more. I'm going to do my research and order some of these books from Amazon and hopefully get them from our local library as well, also back home. Books also that speak to their spiritual self as well. Books such as When I Pray For You, When God Made You, also reaffirming that they are special just the way that they are. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. What tips and tricks do you guys have? What thoughts do you guys have on how raising your little girls in today's environment. Kindly share those in the comments. Like I said, I want to do more videos like this because I don't want to just come here and talk about makeup. I also want to talk about things that are weighing heavy on my mind, things I would like to share with you guys, and lessons that I've also learned. So I really hope that you guys come away from today's video with words and skills to help you in this journey that we call life. Okay guys, so I'm gonna stop talking now and go and have another conversation with my little girl as we head out to grab something to eat this weekend. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and most of all subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Okay, have a beautiful weekend. Bye guys.